Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to discuss Bitcoin Cash. That's crypto ticker BCH. None of the content is financial advice. Over the last couple of weeks or so, Bitcoin Cash has had a big rally from this support range of at around $250. Now the price is at around $377. This price point is kind of important because the price is above the 21-week exponential moving average and the 20-week simple moving average, both at around $360. If there is a breakout from here, the next level to watch for is at around $450. Roughly speaking, that's the 0.23 Fib level, and beyond that it's the 0.382 Fib level at around $675. Again, there were instances where the price did fall like 10 to 12% below the previous low. So if we were to extrapolate that, and if there is a rally to this level at around $550, that would represent about in terms of percent a gain of roughly speaking, if we draw over here, 47%. So a healthy gain in this, again, in this hypothesis that prices going back to that lower high structure, about 10 to 15% lower than the previous highs since about April 2024. If on the other hand, if we look at some of the machine learning based price forecast for Bitcoin Cash over the next 6 months, the price with non-Euphoria 1 standard deviation ceiling coming in at between 386 and $765, that would again break essentially this forecast a break of this lower high structure sometime in about mid-August of 2025. On the other hand, if there is a 2 standard deviation or a major euphoria phase in the market, this machine learning model says that the lower high structure or the market cycles from 2017 to 2021 could potentially break per this model again before the post-halving year, that is in 2024. Price did go to about $655. Last time around in 2020, the price did not go beyond $500 level. So again, this time around, at least the halving year gains for Bitcoin Cash were better, that is in 2024 than 2020. The 2 standard deviation ceiling for Bitcoin Cash's price is forecasted between $440 and about $2,000, roughly speaking. In terms of the regression based fair value for Bitcoin Cash, the model says that fair value polynomial regression based fair value for Bitcoin Cash is at around $780. That is a area which is confluent with the machine learning based non-Euphoria bull run peak for Bitcoin Cash over the next 6 months, coming in at around $760. Again, 10 to $12 difference. If we look at in terms of how the price is currently faring, it's lower than not just the fair value but 1 standard deviation residual applied to the fair value. Historically speaking, DCA below this green line has not been the worst idea again, and this dark green line again held major area of support since about July 2022. This time in April 2025, the price came close to the 2 standard deviation regression function, and it did hold some sort of support. If on the other hand, the price goes to that 1 standard deviation ceiling, that price for Bitcoin Cash could be at around $1,350. On the other hand, if we look at the DCA model, the regression based estimation of the current risk level, it's coming in at a very good risk reward at around 5%. Again, not financial advice. If we were to look at some of the historical price points where the risks were less than 10%, you would find that these are the price point established by this model, where again the price was in an accumulation phase at that point in time. Again, this is a live model, so the regression function says that at this point in time the risk is at around 5%. If they were to go back to that 40% to 50% threshold like they do in most of the rallies, again if we try to be slightly more optimistic, between 40% and 60% ceiling, the price could be per this model between $1,000 and about $1,400. That takes to the higher end of the the machine learning based 2 standard deviation as well as the regression based 1 standard deviation model that we saw. In terms of the simple moving average price based model, risk based on price action, the risks are at around 30 to 40%. Between that range, if they were to go to that 50-60% target, the price per this model between 50 to 60% risk for Bitcoincash, lower end at around that $786 or $787 level, which is confluent with that 1 standard deviation machine learning based price target as well as the fair value of Bitcoincash. So the 60% or 0.6 risk level takes the price per this model at around $927. So those are some of the forecasts for Bitcoincash. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.